Unusual or suspicious transactions. Deed fraud is a serious issue in the real estate industry, involving the illegal transfer of property ownership without the owner's consent. Recognizing the red flags associated with unusual or suspicious transactions is crucial in preventing fraud. Below, we explore key indicators of potentially fraudulent activities, supplemented by examples and relevant case studies. Rapid succession of transactions. A property that changes hands frequently in a short period can be a significant red flag. This might indicate attempts to obscure the paper trail or manipulate property values. Example: in a notable case in New York, the property was transferred multiple times over 6 months, each increasing in declared value, which was later found to be part of a mortgage fraud scheme. Transactions involving vulnerable parties. Transactions in which one of the parties is elderly, infirm, or otherwise vulnerable can sometimes indicate exploitation or undue influence. Case study: a case in Florida involved an elderly homeowner who was tricked into signing over her home to a fraudster claiming to help with property taxes. The fraud was uncovered thanks to a vigilant relative who noticed the rapid changes in the deed. Mismatched signatures or document discrepancies. Discrepancies in the paperwork, such as mismatched signatures or altered documents, are critical indicators of deed fraud. Example: in California, a real estate agent was caught filing deed transfers with signatures of the supposed sellers that did not match those on previous documents. Unusual pressure or rush. During transactions. If there is unusual pressure to complete the transaction quickly, it may be a tactic to prevent the parties from thoroughly reviewing the documents. Case study: in New Jersey, a homeowner was pressured to sign documents quickly as part of a supposed refinance deal. It later emerged that the documents transferred ownership to the fraudster. Transactions involving absentee owners or vacant properties. Properties that are not occupied by their owners are more susceptible to deed fraud, as the owners may not immediately notice the fraudulent activities. Example: a group in Detroit targeted vacant properties, forging deeds to claim ownership, then selling the properties to unsuspecting buyers. Abnormal payment methods. Payments made in cash, especially large sums, or through unusual channels can also be a warning sign. Example: in a Chicago case, a property was sold for a cash payment significantly below market value, which later turned out to be part of a money laundering operation. Use of intermediaries or third parties. The involvement of unfamiliar lawyers, notaries, or agents whom the property owner does not recognize can be a sign of a setup for fraud. Case study: a scam in Atlanta involved a fake attorney who facilitated the transfer of deeds from unsuspecting homeowners to fraudulent entities. Preventive measures. To prevent deed fraud, stakeholders such as property owners, real estate agents, and legal professionals should conduct thorough due diligence on every transaction. Ensure proper verification of identities and the legitimacy of all involved parties. Encourage property owners to regularly check the status of their property deeds with local registries. By recognizing these red flags and taking preventive steps, the real estate industry can better safeguard against the threat of deed fraud, protecting both the property values and the rightful ownership of assets. In a bustling metropolitan area, a real estate agent named Sarah Thompson noticed unusual patterns in property transactions that prompted her to alert the authorities. This incident serves as a practical example of recognizing red flags associated with deed fraud. Scenario: Sarah was reviewing recent property listings and transactions as part of her routine market analysis when she discovered that several properties in a high-value neighborhood were sold under market value and quickly resold at significantly higher prices. Intrigued by these anomalies, she decided to investigate further.